And what were your initial reactions to the game?
Yeah, sore one for sure. We were punished. Every mistake we made, we were punished pretty much, which doesn't happen that often in a game of football. But before we knew it, we were 5-1 down, and yeah, like I said, every little mistake we made was punished. And yeah, like you said, a sobering night where you make mistakes like that, you get punished. Credit to Dortmund, they showed really good quality, really good idea of the game. But we have to stick together. You know, we've had a good start to the season. We've come here, we've been sobered a little bit, but we have to take that, you know, and keep the group together and try and bounce back in the next game.
So every mistake was punished. Conceding 94 seconds after equalising that early on, I mean, how damaging was that?
Yeah, exactly, because you sort of get yourself back into the game and you think, right, okay, here we go. Now we play the game from one each. And like you said, the quick goal sort of killed us, and I think that rattled us a little bit. We then started going alone and trying to win the ball back and sort of coming out of shape a little bit. And then when you give good players time on the ball, they'll kill you, and that's what they did.
Do you feel like the approach was the right one in hindsight? It seemed so open, particularly early on. You couldn't seem to get much of a grip on the game. Do you feel like you maybe need to adapt more in these kind of European games?
No, I think that the game plan was to be in between the two, was to be moments of pressure, and then obviously we understand when you're playing against good players, you have to have a period where you suffer a little bit with the ball. But like I said, I think conceding the early goals, I think that rocked us a little bit, and then we start becoming a wee bit more individual, and that's probably why we look so open, is because we're then too busy focused on your own man, and the game becomes open at that point. So that's something that we have to learn from. But yeah, credit to Dortmund, and we've got a lot to think about after that.
As you mentioned, the balance sort of being in between those two things, why do you not think you could find that balance? Why? What was going wrong? What was the reason you couldn't sort of find that mid-game?
Well, you're playing against good players with a good idea, and like I said, the second goal kind of rattles you a little bit, and the stadium get going, and before you know, you're in the spin a little bit, and like I said, that's something that we have to learn from. Normally we're very good at that type of thing, where we execute the game plan the way we should. But yeah, we have to hold our hands up as players as well. We didn't do enough tonight. We came up against a good side, but we have to stick together. Like I say, we've had a good start to the season. Still got 3 points. I think if we're realistic, then we are where we thought we would be after 2 games. So we take that and move on.
Appreciate it, Callum. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.